Welcome to the channel, Scorpion Squad. Now, I was thinking about doing a Bible study today, just because I don't know why. I just felt like the Lord wanted me to do it. I come up with this idea, riding my truck on the way to our pond. And I just thought this would be a really cool idea to do some Bible studies on this channel, and hopefully we can make this happen more often. And this is my first time doing this, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I call this Bible lesson, The 9 Fruits That Will Help with the Coronavirus in Your Family. We see all those crazy ads online that say something along the lines of, this one fruit will help you lose fat. Or click here to see the perfect workout routine. What if I were to tell you that there were 9 fruits that could help with the coronavirus? Yeah, you're looking at me funny, I know it. But just trust me. It says in Galatians 5:22 through 23, but the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. Now, Paul is not talking about actual fruits or food items, but he's using literary devices by comparing these actions and feelings to fruit. Using the word fruit was actually a pretty good idea because fruits have a delicious taste and they're full of nutrients and vitamins and they're good for you. The Bible contains literary devices and comparisons a lot, and I believe it was to grasp the attention of the person reading the text. It made it a lot easier to digest. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little bit. Anyways, but what does this have to do with the coronavirus? Since we can't physically eat the fruits of the Spirit, they cannot take care of our physical ailments. Well, actually, they can. Let's break this down. Because we're not supposed to be going anywhere, we can all agree that sitting at home can be boring. Now, I'm not saying this is everyone here, but trust me, I felt this a little bit. But now that I think about it, it's kind of one of the reasons I wrote this outline out. It says, I'm not sure this is everyone, but as you may be able to tell, your patience can be tested by the people you live with. Think about it. You're sitting around with the same people all day. After a while, you can get a little snappy with people that you're staying with. If you really think about it, you're stuck with these people until the virus gives way. We don't know when that'll be. Parents and their children can maybe at each other's throats during this time. The child will want to do things, but the parents will continuously have to tell them no or not right now or maybe later. This will make the child aggravated, and it will make them ornery, and their parents will also get a little snappy because the child may talk back or argue. Parents usually know what's best, and they're telling the child no because they want to keep them safe during the coronavirus outbreak. And as far as siblings go, I'm not going to hit too hard on that, because if you have siblings, it's pretty self-explanatory. Whether it's an argument over the TV remote or whose turn it is to play the Xbox, you know there's a lot of arguing of siblings. And this whole coronavirus pandemic quarantine thing is not helping whatsoever. But during these hard times, we need to remember that these people that are getting on our nerves are the only people that we have right now. Of course, you can call other people, but it's not the same as being physically with them. So next time you feel your patience straining, remember that these people really love you and they're the only people you have right now. Patience is needed when we prepare for the pandemic. While at the grocery store, the lines will be long and we want to get home ASAP. But we need to remember that everyone in the store is feeling the same way you do. Everyone more than likely has the same goal. Get what you need and skedaddle. Remember that as you prepare, our patience can also be tested as we wait in this madness as far as the lines or trying to get to the freezer because there's a crowd of people there. But we need to be in constant prayer and be patient while this is all going on. God has this under control and we need to stay faithful. I'll touch on that later. Patience is key. And like I said earlier, we're stuck in the house with the same people for who knows how long. So what better time now than just to enjoy the people you're with? Now is the perfect time for board games, movie watching. Also, ever since it started, my family and I got to sit down and enjoy well-cooked meals together way more often. Me and my family can go to our catfish pond behind our house and fish together. We get to show our love and joy for each other by hanging out as a family. Yes, you are the person that determines how miserable you are. Be kind to the people you're stuck with. If you're not kind towards them, it makes everyone in the house miserable, and that will test your patience like I mentioned earlier. It says in Ephesians 4:32 that we should be kind and loving towards each other. In order for the love thing to work out, you must be patient and kind and show joy. Having family activities will bring you joy. We need to have joyful hearts during this unenjoyable time. If you cannot find joy in this time, then you're not looking too hard. Take joy in the fact that you are getting to spend time with your family. One thing that me and my sister decided to do was to plug in the old Wii and play some Mario Kart. Even our dad joined in when we were playing baseball on the Wii. Recently, me and my mom went fishing together while Dad was at work. And by recently, I meant the day this video was uploaded. Things like this will bring joy. Also, this is a great time to practice music if you're into that. Have joy in the fact that you have a God that can heal. There are all forms of joy and goodness that I encounter during this time. We all need to understand that during times like this, everyone's stress level will probably rise, so we'll need to be gentle with that. Be gentle with our words so that our patience cannot be tested. Think before you speak and watch your tone of voice, making sure that what you are saying and how you're saying it is gentle. If you know something's wrong, just don't do it. Or just don't say it if you think it's wrong. It's common sense, people. Come on. Be gentle. And when the family is together and getting along, goodness is also there. Loving all things good and obeying what we are told to do and getting along are examples of goodness. We need to be good and listen to the professionals on TV and on the news and all the people who's involved in this, people trying to stop this coronavirus. We need to abide by the 6-foot rule. Well, if you're with your family, sometimes you can't control it, but as far as being around people who are not in your family or in your household, abide by that 6-foot rule. We need to stay at home as much as possible. If you want to show goodness during this pandemic, do what the professionals are telling you to do. This may keep the virus from spreading around your family. If everyone just did what they were told, this probably wouldn't be as bad. But it's the people who are not listening and not obeying to the professionals that are making it worse. If you are not doing what the professionals are saying, then you are not practicing goodness, and you are not helping us put an end to this pandemic. Practice goodness. Having peace and self-control during this hard time will make it a little less stressful. Remember, do not freak out during this time. If you do, you might as well throw peace and self-control out the window. We must stay calm and control ourselves. Staying calm and at peace will make life easier for yourself and others. Let's talk about the grocery store again. A great example of showing self-control is only getting what you need. If you buy all of one thing, you're only thinking about yourself and you're not showing peace or self-control. You are not helping us put an end to this pandemic. Self-control, in this case, is only getting what you need and leaving stuff for others to buy. Remember that you are not the only person having to deal with this pandemic. We need to be peaceful and just chill out. We need to understand that we are all having to deal with this coronavirus pandemic together, and we all need to be at peace with everyone. The last thing we need for there is to be chaos. So just stay calm and obey the things that our government has requested of us, like it's stated in Romans 13, 1 through 2. The government is trying to help us, and we should take note of what they are telling us to do to avoid the coronavirus. Now let's talk about faithfulness. We always need to have faith in God. People ask, why is God allowing this outbreak to happen? Trust me, I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. But it's okay that we don't know. What matters is that we have a God that can control and will show himself through this. This is why faith in God is key in defeating this coronavirus. He will take care of us. He has a plan, and it may not be what we want, but it's not up to us. It's not our will, but the Lord's. We also need to have faith during this time because the Lord has appointed people to handle this virus. We need to thank God that there are doctors, firefighters, medics, policemen, military, teachers, and all the people who are trying to put an end to this. We need to thank God that we have a CDC that is working and trying really hard to care for us. We may not ever know why God allowed this, but I know one thing. Listen closely. God is bigger than the coronavirus. And that same God cares for us, and he loves us. He knows how many hairs are on our head. The same God that created this world is the same God that died for you and loves you. God is sovereign. By practicing the fruit of the spirits, not only will it make your life less stressful during this time, they may protect you from catching this virus. But it is up to you to make the decisions to partake in the fruits of the Spirit. Right. Let's end in prayer. Father, thank you for letting us have YouTube where we can do things like this, Father. Get closer to you through Bible stories on YouTube. I pray for all the healthcare providers and anybody trying to help us with this coronavirus. I pray that everybody will take this lesson into heart that is watching. Please remind everybody that these fruits of the Spirit, they're your word. Thank you for your word, Father. We love you so much. And not our will, but yours be done, Father. I pray for all our families right now as we're trying to get through this and we're trying to provide. I pray for our teachers right now if we're still in school. I pray that their lessons will mean a lot to us, Father, and that we understand that this is a struggle for everybody and we're all trying to adapt to it. We love you. In your name I pray. Amen. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully we can do this more often. Until next time, peace out, Scorpion Squad.